Hi everybody, this is a follow-up video on week 2 lab activities. At this point, I expect all my students to be able to access the Azure cloud machine, as you can see here in front of you, and run the 3 virtual machines, Kali Linux, and the 2 targets, Windows XP and Metasploitable. In case you don't know how to get here, I highly recommend that you rewatch the lab environment video and be comfortable in doing all these steps alone and without any help. Also, a quick reminder that each time you need to access the Azure cloud machine, you need to run it first and then use the remote desktop connection to access it, and then fire up these 3 VMs. In today's lab, I ask you to bookmark this page. So again, I expect you to be able to independently do it. Every time we have a lab activity, most likely we will need the 3 VMs, so you just turn them on, and this is the first thing I want you to do. I want you to discover the 3 IP addresses of these 3 machines. First one is Kali Linux IP address. You can use ifconfig, but I prefer IPA. The reason is IPA would show you the IP address of your machine. This is my IP address, 172.17.126.85. But it would also show you the network where this machine is, and in this case /28, meaning 28 bits are reserved for the network address. Of course, I will explain this later in the network fundamentals chapter. So step 1, I know my Kali's IP address. The next step is to discover the IP addresses of the target. So a quick scan using Nmap, which we still didn't cover. You have to provide Nmap the network address, not just the IP address of Kali as I just typed. So again, there's a big difference. So I have to add the /28. The scan would relatively finish very quickly because it's only scanning 16 computers. 32 bits minus 28 equal 4. 2 to the power 4 is 16. I will explain all of that later. So there are 4 machines that were discovered. One of them is Kali, and that's the IP address ending in .85. There's another one ending in .88. It's one of my targets maybe. I don't know yet. 2 more, one ending in .81 and the last one ending in .82. So why do I have 4 if I only have Kali and 2 targets? Well, the reason is there's also the host where these 3 VMs reside. So basically Nmap discovered the IP address of the host. Let's find out together. So as you can see, .81 is the host's IP address. So it's not one of my targets. So you eliminate it. We're not going to be working on the host much. So now I know .82 and .88 are my 2 targets. But which is which? Of course, we can discover that without even touching the target, but for now, I'm just gonna go to Windows XP because it doesn't have any credentials and discover its own IP address. So as you can see, Windows XP is .82. So now I know .88 is Metasploitable. This is it for this quick recap video. Like I said in the beginning, I expect all the students to be able to do all of that independently. If you cannot, practice, watch the lab environment video, watch this video multiple times if you have to, until you're able to do it in no time.